The travel alert being issued by the U.S. State Department, it is cautioning Americans traveling to Europe to be vigilant about possible terrorist attacks there. We have reports from London and from Washington, D.C., but we'll begin our coverage with Pierre Thomas in Washington. Pierre, what led to the travel alert being issued at this time, or about to be issued, we believe?
Ron, there's a lot of intelligence coming in from around the world suggesting that al-Qaeda is planning to hit Europe. There's a key bit of intelligence from a suspected German radical who was recently captured. He has apparently indicated that al-Qaeda is targeting locations in Germany, France, and Great Britain. The problem with all this intelligence is it's not specific in terms of time or place, but authorities believe al-Qaeda wants to target soft targets, hotels, malls, tourist locations, anywhere there are large concentrations of people. And the reason why so many people are concerned about Europe is the belief that al-Qaeda desperately wants to get on the scoreboard, even with a smaller scale attack, Ron.
But Pierre, there was no travel issue, no alert issued for this country. Is there a reason for that?
Well, the State Department is expected to issue its alert, and the FBI is going to send out guidance, we're told, to about 18,000 law enforcement agencies here in the U.S., explaining to them the latest about Europe. It will urge law enforcement officials to remain vigilant, but unless more specifics develop, sources are saying do not expect the U.S. threat level to be raised.
But you say there was talk of a Mumbai-style attack, but no more specifics than that?
Exactly. The issue that law enforcement have, when you're trying to tell the public what to do, you want to be able to give them specifics. And in this case, they don't have the specific location. They can't tell them they're targeting hotels necessarily. They can't tell them that they're targeting any specific location. So what they're trying to do is say, look, be on guard, be aware of your surroundings when you're in Europe.
Okay, Pierre Thomas, thanks very much. Deborah?
All right, for a reaction from Europe now, we turn to Lama Hassan, who is in London for us this morning. Lama, what are you hearing there?
Good morning, Deborah. Well, I'm standing right by the London Eye and Big Ben, some of the major tourist attractions in this country. And it is places like these that attract large crowds that could be potential targets. Now, we spoke with Scotland Yard earlier today, and while they wouldn't add to what's already being reported, they did tell us that the threat level in this country remains the same. They haven't changed it. It is severe, which means that an attack is highly likely, but it should be noted that on any given day in this country, the security here is quite substantial. At airports and on the streets here, there are no visible signs of more security. I flew in from New York into London's Heathrow Airport, Heathrow being one of the busiest airports in the world, and it was business as usual, nothing out of the ordinary. But at other European countries, they are taking precautions. Sweden, for example, has raised its threat level to the highest, and at some airports in Poland, they've ramped up security with extra armed officers as well as sniffer dogs. Now, in Paris, where they've had to evacuate the Eiffel Tower twice in the last 2 weeks because of a bomb scare, the threat level there remains the same. Ron?
All right, it's Deborah here, Lama. So you don't really hear anything on the streets about this. Americans tend to take these things a little more seriously, but I'm gathering that Europeans tend to be a little bit more casual about this.
They are, Deborah. I mean, there has been no official word just yet. Of course, this could all change, but at this precise moment, it is really business as usual, nothing out of the ordinary. As you can see behind me, there are tourists visiting the London Eye, so no change so far.
All right, Lama Hassan in London this morning. Thanks, Lama, for your report.